A baby gorilla and a white house cat. Not a combo you'd expect, and definitely not one where you'd guess the cat would be the one doing the saving. But that's the funny thing about this story. The bond that started off looking one-sided ended up flipping in a way nobody saw coming. Kayla was born into a small gorilla family, 2 calm, steady parents, and 1 tiny newborn whose soft chirps drew visitors to the windows every morning. She clung to her mother's chest, copied her father's movements, and for a while, staff felt like they were watching the perfect little family grow day by day. But life doesn't always stay predictable. When both parents suddenly grew sick and passed away, Kayla was left completely alone. She searched the empty nesting straw, calling out for a mother who wasn't coming back. And because of the disease risk, keepers couldn't bring in another gorilla to comfort her. Every option on their list had a reason it wouldn't work. Except one. Mabel. Mabel was the sanctuary's white house cat. Soft, quiet, a tiny blur of white fur who spent her days weaving between keepers' legs and warming herself on sun patches along the hallways. She was gentle with everyone, and she had recently lost her litter. At night, she would wander the halls crying softly, looking for kittens that weren't there. So the staff tried something different. They let Kayla see Mabel through a carrier first, and the tiny gorilla reached out with both hands like she already knew this was the friend she needed. Then they opened the door. Mabel stepped out, looked up at Kayla just once, and curled right up beside her like she'd been waiting for this moment her whole life. Kayla held on to her and wouldn't let go. From that day on, they were inseparable. Kayla grew stronger, bigger, and wilder, but Mabel stayed right next to her, purring through every nap, letting Kayla tuck her into blankets, letting Kayla climb over her like she was a living stuffed animal. Visitors would walk by the viewing glass and see a baby gorilla proudly carrying a cat around like a prized possession. Every keeper had a favorite moment. Mabel grooming Kayla's eyebrows, Kayla sharing food with her, Mabel riding on Kayla's back like she owned the place. But as Kayla grew, staff worried she might accidentally hurt the cat. So one morning, they gently separated them for safety. It didn't go well. Kayla completely shut down. She ignored toys, food, even the keepers, and sat staring at the door where she last saw Mabel walk out. For a gorilla that young, that quiet, it scared them. So her trainer tried something new, teaching her a few simple signs so she could express what she wanted. Kayla ignored almost all of them, except one. Cat. Every time she'd sign cat, then point at a picture of Mabel taped to the wall, then point at herself, like she was saying, "I want her back." Then one day, Kayla got sick. A fever, weakness, no energy at all. They brought her to the medical center, hooked her up to machines, and did everything they could. Even drifting in and out, she kept lifting her hand toward that tiny picture of Mabel taped to the wall. So the team made a decision. They brought the cat in. Mabel walked straight to Kayla's bedside, curled against her chest, and started purring just like she did on the very first day they met. And slowly, over time, not all at once, Kayla began to improve. Her breathing got easier, her strength came back, and when she finally opened her eyes fully, the first thing she did was reach for Mabel's fur. Weeks later, when Kayla was finally healthy enough to return to her enclosure, everyone knew the answer. She wasn't going back alone. And soon, the enclosure was filled with way more than 2 residents. Mabel would surprise everyone with kittens. At first, everything was normal. Kayla and Mabel settled into the cutest daily routine anyone had ever seen. Kayla built little nests for Mabel out of straw. She carried blankets around to make beds for her. She followed Mabel everywhere, like a giant toddler trying to imitate her tiny mom. Then one morning, keepers noticed something new. Mabel was gaining weight. She slept more, ate more, moved more slowly. A quick check confirmed it. Mabel was pregnant. And Kayla? immediately changed. She became calmer around her. She walked gently behind Mabel like a bodyguard. She offered her food first and waited while she ate. Kayla even brought her favorite toy while she was resting. Keepers joked that Kayla was getting ready to be a big sister. Then, one quiet afternoon, the kittens arrived. Tiny, squeaking, wriggling bundles of white and gray. Mabel curled around them, purring non-stop. And Kayla backed away. She didn't understand. She wasn't mad, just unsure. For a moment, she thought Mabel didn't need her anymore. She watched from behind a log or from the corner of the room. But Mabel didn't forget her. A few days later, she picked up one kitten gently in her mouth and brought it to Kayla. Kayla froze. The kitten climbed up her arm. Soon, Mabel curled beside Kayla, purring like the old days. But this time, with her whole new family tucked around them. Kayla wasn't replaced. She was part of the family now. Visitors started coming just to see them. A young gorilla sitting proudly with kittens climbing all over her, Mabel curled against her side. Today, Kayla is a strong, confident gorilla, with a white cat curled in her lap every night and kittens often piled on her chest. A friendship no one expected, a family that formed itself, and a reminder that sometimes the smallest heart in the room ends up saving the biggest one. If you made it this far, enjoy a few minutes of their sweetest moments together.